Yeah, so I just want to do a quick post fight to Conor Ben versus Peter Dobson. That fight happened this weekend. That was pretty decent fight. It kind of showed that Conor Ben he didn't have he wasn't able to knock out Peter Dobson. And another thing about Peter Dobson was he started off slow, but he eventually caught his rhythm, and I guess he got his timing, and he started letting his hands go. So even though Conor Ben was probably still winning by activity, he still was getting caught, and Peter Dobson wasn't making it easy, and he didn't really Conor Ben didn't hurt him, or it didn't seem that he hurt him during the fight or wobble him at any given time. So he was pretty game. But I think ultimately, what they showed was that, well, Conor Ben is not the destroyer that we thought. He probably thought he was, and it was a learning experience, obviously. So I would say, he probably will work better more on punch selection and things like that. Maybe, I don't know, stuff of that nature. Uh, and Peter Dobson wasn't that bad either. Like I said, he started off kind of slow, and then eventually he got into his timing, and then he started catching Conor Ben with some shots. So, all in all, I mean, it was a cool fight. I think it does show that Conor Ben obviously has things that he needs to, probably tighten up on. Obviously, he was getting hit with some shots in this fight. He was getting hit with some unnecessary shots sometimes. And another thing is that, maybe he'll change up his looks and things like that, and maybe he'll stick to that jab more. Uh, I think he abandoned the jab a lot of times, and that he started throwing out those power shots and everything like that more. But uh, either way, it was a good fight. And the next quick fight I do want to touch on as well is Teofimo Lopez versus Jamaine Ortiz. I think it's going to be a really good fight. For me, I think that Teofimo Lopez wins. I think he did. He has shown, thus far what he is made out of. Obviously, beating, Josh Taylor the way he did was pretty spectacular. Put on a boxing clinic, and now he's going in there with Ortiz, who lost his last fight. I don't think he did lose his last fight. Actually, I could look that up real quick before I speak wrong on that. Let's see. Thank goodness technology exists. Let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah. So he lost against Vasily Lomachenko, and then he had another fight against Antonio Moran, which he did win by unanimous decision, and that was last year in September. So he bounced back with a win. The thing is he's fighting this at 140. So this is going to be him moving up. He has 17 fights, 8 KOs. I can't really see him knocking out Teofimo Lopez at all. If anything, Maybe Teofimo is bringing some of the power here, but at the end of the day, um, they're kind of close to percentage-wise with their knockouts. Um, I don't really see a knockout. Anything. I see Teofimo Lopez outboxing Jamaine Ortiz. I do see it being, a rough couple of first rounds. Maybe he's getting used to the timing, the speed, or he's just seeing what, Ortiz brings to the table. But after that, I do see Teofimo Lopez adapting and hitting him with some good counters, maybe rocking him a couple times and something like that. Uh, I do see this as a fight where, Teofimo Lopez will probably come on into the later half of the fight, and then, probably go from there. Um, I don't see a knockout happening, but if the knockout comes, I think it will come from Teofimo Lopez before, Jamaine Ortiz. I know Jamaine Ortiz is saying knockout in all his interviews, but to be honest with you, like I said, percentage-wise, the guy bringing the knockout power technically would be Teofimo Lopez. But either way, you never know because this is a new weight class for Jamaine Ortiz, who previously fought at 135, and now he's moving up to super lightweight, so 140. So we'll see. We'll see if he has any pop, but I highly doubt it. But like I said, I do see Teofimo Lopez being the one who comes out in this by outboxing him to, I would say, unanimous decision, to be honest with you. Split decision, but probably I'm leaning to Teofimo Lopez by unanimous decision. Like I said, he might look a little, wary in the first round or two, and then after that, I think he'll catch on. But yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. Oh yeah, I don't think that Shakur Stevenson is retired. I think this is some temporary stuff. I think he just had a tantrum and he out of the game. So yeah, I don't think it's nothing to worry about. So yeah, he'll probably be back. I don't know who he's gonna be fighting. Tank. We don't know who Tank is gonna be fighting. He's got rumors. Of, no one knows who he's gonna be fighting. Really, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's as far as it. As far as probably big boxing things. The Usyk and Tyson Fury fight got canceled or moved to May, allegedly, apparently. So we'll see. I do think it'll happen in May because they did say whoever drop out is gonna be fined $10 million. So I'm guessing that's in the contract this time. So yeah, don't see that fight then. But at the end of the day, maybe Tyson Fury, he needs this rest time to really sit and gather himself or whatever like that. It showed, that he was cutting his sparring for this fight. So at the end of the day, he probably gonna use it to rest, and then rest up. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. Just want to touch up on that. Speak up on boxing a little bit more. Other than that, I do hope everybody enjoying their weekday or whatever like that. Until then, I'm out.